Hey guys, classichomer here. Welcome to Throwback Thursday, the first series for the... not really the first series I've done for PlayStation 2, but one I teased a really long time ago, like as soon as I got my original capture card. It is PopSot, or more commonly known as Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. But instead of playing the PlayStation 2 version, I'm going to be playing the Trilogy Edition for the PS3 so I can record it hopefully in nice pretty HD for everybody. And this is, I don't know, this is one of those games that the first time I played it, I was impressed, I guess, kinda. The first playthrough, most of the way, it was a competent game, not that great, until I finished it and then suddenly was just grasped by this need to continue to play the game, even though I was renting it and only had like one day left on the rental. So let's go ahead and start the game. I don't know what it is about the game, but I really enjoy it. Maybe it's the climbing and puzzle mechanics. In any case, I'll try not to talk over the voiceovers here.
Most people think time is like a river that flows swift and sure in one direction. But I have seen the face of time, and I can tell you, they are wrong. Time is an ocean in a storm. You may wonder who I am and why I say this. Sit down, and I will tell you a tale like none that you have ever heard. Know first, I am the son of Shahram, a mighty king of Persia. On our way to Azad with a small company of men, we passed through India, where the promise of honor and glory tempted my father into a grievous error.
No, my son.
Looks like bad times, or good times, depending on which side you're on.
Your Majesty, I trust you will remember your promise. The Maharajah's treasure hoards lie within. See how he rides. Like a warrior son.
The great warrior's going to not get smashed? Well, maybe. Oh, look at those wonderful PlayStation 2 polygons.
I felt regret as I gazed upon the destruction we had wrought, or at least humility at the speed with which a world can be transformed from a good work into a hell. If you think so, you are mistaken. For in that moment I thought of one thing only. The honor and glory I would bring my father by fighting like a warrior in my first battle.
Because you're, I don't know, I was gonna say an ass, but maybe just self-entitled. He is a prince after all. So this game, I think, is one of the first ones to really introduce the whole wall running effect that Ubisoft has gone on to do for a lot of things. This is where your Assassin's Creed started, kids. We can do camera E things, usually not too big a deal. I know I pressed the button too early to climb, or to jump. I really don't care. You have a lot of ways to traverse the area, so I'm not one to really care that much about following the directions. If I can't make the jump, I can run on the wall. If I can't run on the wall, then I can probably do something else to make a jump. Oh goody, battling. It's been a little while since I played this game, so forgive me if I'm awful at the fights. Proceeds to counter-kill the first enemy. Not that the battling in Prince of Persia: Sands of Time is really all that difficult. Also, you're an acrobatic fighter, so you don't always need to stand your ground and counter-kill everything. You can totally just be awesome and jump over guys. The animation is going to bother me until I get something to actually use in my left hand. And once you're done fighting,
to win honor and glory on the battlefield. that their king might say to them, as Khosrow said to Rustam, "You are the noblest of my warriors." From the moment my sword tasted blood, I knew this would not be my way. I would win my father's praise, not by killing, but by being the first to find the Maharajah's treasure vault and the wonders within.
As I was saying, you could use the water to drink to restore your health, should you have taken any real damage. Being fortunate enough to not have been hit yet, I don't have to worry about that. And you can drink continually until you're at full health, so there's no reason to not be. And, well, the game may eventually get more difficult. More than likely, I'm going to have to worry about killing myself from falling or something else rather than most of the fighting. Because this game has a much easier combat system than, say, the sequel or the other game after that. Oh no, I've been hit, I think. Yeah, just didn't hurt very much. There we go. Like how just landing on the box destroys it. You can also do wall attacks. Wall attacks are pretty sweet. Just launch yourself off of them, or you can leap really high off of them. I'll probably try to do those more than anything else. Of course, you know, whoa! Enemy types will eventually vary, and I'll need to try out different ways to fight. And like I said, wall run basically gets you everywhere. I mean, I could try to jump those gaps, but why would I when I can do the much more reliable wall run? Oh no, more guys. And more artillery. Probably trebuchet shots, or at least catapults in general. Trebuchet is really more of a French thing. Oh, probably helps to get my sword out if I'm going to try and jump over people, huh? You know, contact sensitivity and everything. Bring it! See, there's the wall jumpy thing I was talking about. But there you go. Pretty simple. And, like, a little bit like the Assassin's Creed games, you have something of a directionally based combat system, so I can just be in the middle of hitting one guy and decide I don't like hitting him anymore. I'll hit his friend, turn around and hit the other guy without missing a beat. And just a slight platformer puzzle here. Really not too difficult. No surprises here. Just follow the ledges down to the hole. And as I recall, these guys are completely skippable, so long as you don't screw up the jumping. Which, you know, you really shouldn't. Like, those aren't challenging jumps to do. Just climb the poles and head on in.
Continue my story from here the next time we're interrupted.
No, let's keep going. Yeah, I'm sure.
As you wish.
Once again, the game really wants to pound it into you. Wall running is the thing to do. Sometimes you'll have to jump from a wall run. That's fun. I always like doing that, actually. It's just, you know, some of the interesting ways you get around. Oh look, I'm Samus! Except for not as acrobatic.
There it lay.
I mean, he's not spinning. I mean, come on.
Of time. There was a treasure I could carry with pride as a trophy of our victory. If I could only get there.
So now we have a goal, the Dagger of Time. Because we haven't had enough things of times in other games yet. Yeah, I think I need to go up from here. Apparently, it's too far away in that little window. You can't just reach in and grab it. Wasn't paying enough attention to the room layout when I came in here, because I'm not entirely sure where to go. Well, okay. No wonder, it's not on the same level as me. I have to go down. By doing that. You may want to be careful doing that sometimes. Not necessarily with that jump, but that kind of thing. You may overestimate your ability to run on the wall, or the distance you can get, and then fall down and die. Thanks, game, I will avoid spiky poles. They do not appear to be my friends. Just simply weave through them. Oh, here's a fun little thing they do to keep you from getting around too easily. If you are in the water, you cannot run up a wall. Also, these murals look pretty cool. In any case, we can't do anything from down here, except for drink the water if I were injured. Which I'm not, because I managed to not get hit by spiky poles. But, that's how you die!
No, that's not...
And that's why I didn't say, because if you die, the game's pretty generous with the checkpoints. So then, what we were supposed to do, instead of jumping to our death, because that was too great of a fall, was continue to wall run all the way across here until you get to this ledge. A little hard to see. And there we go. Just want to climb up here because we're going to have to walk across, jump to next ledge, so on and so forth until we made it through the hallway. Oh no, more spiky poles. However, shall I deal with this trap? Maybe by waiting a moment? And jump. There we go. See, the game's not too vicious yet. That'll change. But it shouldn't ever get to the point that I can't succeed. I think. Well, I should know that it shouldn't. I've beaten the game once before. That felt risky. Once, twice, you know. I may have only played through it like 4 or 5 times in my lifetime. Why not do it some more? This is... Actually, no, I was going to say this is probably my favorite Prince of Persia game, but it's a toss-up between this and the 2008 Prince of Persia. I actually really enjoyed that game, even though it has its flaws. I suppose this one is probably more fun to play, but it's definitely showing its age. Now, columns can be a little annoying to traverse, because right there I was pushing left, which seems like the way you should go to, you know, just easily go one turn, but turns out that was the wrong direction. Come on down here. I think if I were injured, yeah. It's water to drink there for your health. Good thing I haven't gotten injured by anything other than getting instantly killed by falls, which don't necessarily instantly kill you. I think you can fall far enough to take fall damage. Oh, like you could do here, very easily by messing up any one of those jumps. And now we have the Dagger of Time. And figure it out just in time so we don't get crushed by falling debris. What did you think was going to happen when you sieged the castle? And so there we go. Now we have the Dagger of Time. Whoa, UI. Let's not fall into spikes. As you can imagine, they are instant death. We want to try to avoid that as much as we can. I don't know why all of a sudden all these traps are activating. It's like they instantly know the place is crumbling apart. Activate all the traps. Kill everyone inside. Friend and foe. Doesn't matter. No survivors. And there we go. Not too hard. They could be trying a little harder to kill me.
Father, I have brought us honor and glory.
Your Majesty, you promised me my choice of the Maharajah's treasures. That dagger
Surely you won't deny the lad a souvenir of his first battle. You may have your choice of all the Maharajah's other treasures. Except that hourglass. That will make a fine gift for the
Poor Vizier.
pass through the city. And some exotic animals for his menagerie. And 2 dozen slave girls. Yes, that should be.
I suppose he wants that dagger to try and turn back time on himself so he isn't dying from whatever disease he clearly has. Too bad for him, he's totally gonna die.
In victory.
Yes, merciful. Also known as rape all the women. Good job, Persia. The king of Persia. What did they say his name was? Saruman? Saluman? Solomon?
His master, nor take him into your own service, lest he betray you too. I learned the truth of this to my sorrow, the day that we arrived in Azad as the Sultan's honored guests.
My friend.
What? Foreshadowing?
Joy and honor to my poor, humble dwelling. If only you'd given me time to prepare a proper welcome.
The glories of Azad are famed throughout the world. And yet, the best is yet to come. I give you the sands of time.
I heard a kitty back there.
Between our kingdoms endure as long as time itself.
The sand, why does it glow? I can tell you. Inside the hourglass is a marvel that no living man has seen. Alas, only the dagger can unlock the sands of time, and it belongs to a greater one than I. A young prince, dearer to his father than all the wealth of India. Perhaps he will oblige.
So easily tricked. Uh-oh, someone knows what's up. Who saw that coming?
Is it meant to do this?
And of course the Vizier is magical. I don't know why, but I can't help but think this is just ridiculous. I mean, I love it, but it's still just, you know, silly. Very, very silly.
I can undo what you have done. Give it to me.
What I have done? What you told me to do, douchebag Vizier? Why are Viziers always traitors? Oh no! We have sand monsters that are going to kill everybody. However, shall we survive this awful threat?